Welcome back. As you know, I am Eli the Computer Guy here for your daily dose of the roars, where we scream about the stupid stuff going on in the technology world, so I can make some of that dirty YouTube money, so I can afford to do in-person technology education classes for you folks. SiliconDojo.com. I'm actually here on location in Durham, North Carolina, at a place called American Underground. I'm teaching a class tonight on extending AI capabilities using REST APIs. We have more classes coming down the pike. If you're interested in these classes, again, these are hands-on in-person classes here in Durham. Take a look at SiliconDojo.com. Do remember, free the end user is not actually free. That's why I'm screaming every day. If you want to help support the project, there's a donor box link down below. And I get to talk about the stories that bring a smile to my face. I feel like I've not had enough of these stories lately, but it looks like these stories are coming back. That's right, boys and girls. Layoffs. I just love layoffs. What? I'm sorry. It's just, you just have your little enjoyments in life. There's just certain things that you enjoy. It brings a smile to your face. And for me, it's talking about tech layoffs. I'm sorry. I know it seems me. You just gotta understand. I've been doing tech for almost 30. You realize that? March 20th of 1996, I shipped off to basic training, which basically means we are getting really damn close to me being in the tech world for 30 fucking years. 3 fucking decades I've been in the tech world. And one of the things that's just irritated the hell out of me for about the past decade is how many jackasses have gotten good paying jobs at tech companies. That I don't mind. That is fine. Look, get your bag, as they say. If they're going to give you a bag, take the bag, put as much money in the bag as you possibly can, and then shut the fuck up about it, right? But one of the big things that's been happening in the tech world is you have all of these completely unqualified people in the technology world that get these good paying jobs with these good sounding positions, and then they just won't shut the fuck up, right? They don't take their blood money and go the fuck home. No, they take their blood money and then they pontificate about what it really means to be a technology professional. And when you sit there and you try to talk to them about the previous stacks or why total cost of ownership doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense, or what users are actually like or whatever else, they basically just try to mansplain shit to you until you shut up. And it's just like, oh, right. So anyways, right, that's the interesting thing. Over the past decade, again, one of the things I've talked about for a while is not to have passion about your job, right? I enjoy technology. Look, I drive 3.5 hours to Durham, North Carolina, right? I stay in a hotel, do the whole 9 yards in order to teach these classes because I enjoy technology. I enjoy teaching technology. It makes my heart a couple sizes bigger to know I'm literally making people's lives better, right? But that's not the same as passion, right? It's a job. I am serving a useful function in society that I find enjoyable enough, right? When I think about passion, I love art. There's other things that I love. This is not passion, right? But again, we've had these completely and utterly unqualified, right? They do not have imposter syndrome. I hate to be the doctor to come out to you and explain this to you. You don't have imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome means that you're not actually an imposter. You only feel that way. No, bucko. No. You are an imposter. It's not imposter syndrome if you, in fact, are an imposter. But anyways, right? And so that's one of the interesting things with all the layoffs that are currently going on is I've got to say, like my personal viewpoint on this has shifted a little bit over the past couple of months. And what I'm really starting to lean towards is I think this is going to be a hell of a lot better for our industry. Right? You liquidate, you get rid of all of these hangers-on. And when we talk about hangers-on, I know there's a lot of people out there, the MAGA folks or the manosphere folks, like, yeah, get rid of those fucking DEI hires. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, get rid of the DEI hires, but probably get rid of you too. Right, because that's the thing. Like most of the tech professionals, like the real tech professionals that I know, they're neither blue hair nor manosphere. They just want to get their systems up and running and then go the fuck home. Then go the fuck home. So anyways, one of the things I think will be good is when we do a cleansing, when we cleanse the blue hairs, we cleanse the manosphere out of the tech world, we'll go back to actually building things that at least have a perceived value. Again, we can question the actual value, that at least have a perceived value, and try to make the world a bit better place. It is so amazing to be around a table of real technology professionals actually arguing about deployments and maintenance and products and that type of thing. It is fucking soul sucking to be at a table of people talking about technology as if it's some goddamn kind of magic, right? But anyways, my opinions. So, anyways, HP joins big tech companies laying off workers amid AI push. So I think this is new. We talked about HP Enterprise a little while ago. I think this is just HP that's doing layoffs. So a bit of a different thing. Computer and printer maker HP's stock slid Wednesday, a day after the company announced a major cost-cutting plan that includes layoffs. The company said it aims to eliminate between 4,000 to 6,000 roles as part of its effort to save $1 billion over the next 3 fiscal years. For HP, which said it had about 58,000 employees in its latest annual filing, the cuts could amount to up to 10% of the workforce. And this is one of the things to be thinking about. Again, if you're a technology professional, especially start looking at the percentages, how many people are getting laid off in the tech world. These are large chunks of the companies. Again, we're talking about 5% of the company, 10% of the company, 20% of the company, 30% of the company. They are just hacking off massive chunks of employees. And the interesting thing to think about is they're probably not going to get a performance hit for doing it. Meanwhile, CEO Enrique Lores told investors during Tuesday's earnings call that the company plans to continue investing in AI-related initiatives as it sees, quote, a significant opportunity to embed AI into HP, accelerate product innovation, improve customer satisfaction, and boost productivity, according to a transcript provided by AlphaSense. So this will be an interesting thing for HP. So HP, again, is a hardware manufacturer, so they're not building the models or anything like that. So I do have to say, investing into AI for them might look different than OpenAI investing in AI or even Google investing in AI, right? If they start building more hardware specifically designed to run things like AI models, especially with this AI boom, again, Sam Altman wants to spend $1.4 trillion on CapEx expenses, their AI push, dare I say, might actually make sense, at least for the short run. Again, the whole idea is you don't dig for gold. You sell shovels. So if HP can sell shovels that are designed to dig for gold, these are custom shovels designed to dig gold, right? Whether or not the gold miners starve to death, all they've got to do is sell the shovels for a period of time until the next big hardware fad comes down the pike, and then they can jump onto that. So this might actually make sense, because a lot of the AI stuff that we see, again, when we start talking about, AI for writing all the code is a whole bunch of crap. AI for taking over all customer service is a bunch of crap. A lot of the deployments of AI are just stupid on the face of it. They just sound good for the investors. This might be one of the few places where hyper-focusing on artificial intelligence for a specific company makes sense. We are going to build shovels designed for digging gold. That might be the way to go. HP reported better revenue than expected at $14.6 billion for the fiscal fourth quarter. Its adjusted earnings per share of 93 cents was also slightly above analyst expectations compiled by Visible Alpha. So the interesting thing to think about here is that their revenue was better than expected, and 10% of the staff are going to get shown the door. This is one of the big things to be thinking about now, again, in the modern world of technology, is basically these companies have so overhired. They have such a glut of employees that it's not about revenue and profitability anymore for the need to get rid of employees. The fact of the matter is they just have too fucking many of them regardless, right? Their revenue can go through the roof. The profit can go through the roof. They've still got to cut headcount because they've got too many people. They do not need that many people in order to be able to ship products. So that's one of the things to be cautious about too. Normally when you look at businesses, right, if the business is successful, then you should be pretty safe. With basically what's happening in the current business environment, even if your company is successful, they have so overhired over the past number of years, they're still going to be cutting headcount, right? One of the things a lot of people lose their mind about when I say this, especially when we talk about DEI or whatever, is people say, people getting fired now, it's racist that they're getting fired. One of the things that I argue is it's not racist when you're getting fired now. It's probably racist when you got hired 3 years ago, right? During that boom, during the BLM boom and the DEI boom and all that kind of stuff. Like, we need to hire people. We don't care about their qualifications. We don't care how they're going, their return on investment. We don't care about how they're going to build the company. We just need asses and seats. And now the problem is, again, even for these companies that are successful, they have just got so much fucking dead weight regardless. They got to dump lots of people. So something to be careful about. Again, if you're a technology professional, if you're a wannabe technology professional, again, if you are graduating out of college into this world, I completely understand why you're depressed and miserable right now. Again, there's no shame in crying, right? Real men cry. But to be clear, not all the fucking time. Not all the time. They stop. Right? And the big thing to be thinking about right now is, I know this may seem miserable, but I'm telling you, I think this is going to be better for our field over the next few years because it's going to clean out a tremendous amount of dead weight. Unless you've been in this field and actually like this field, you cannot imagine how soul-sucking it is to work with people that don't really want to be here. Right? They want the paycheck. They want the benefits. They want the respect or whatever else. They don't want the job. Like, I talk about this with the day in life videos. Like, I don't understand this. Like, I literally don't fucking grasp these day in life videos. Because, like, when you see some of these day in the life videos, it's not, oh, I came into the office this morning and I went to check my email and our email server failed. So let me call the help desk so I can put a work order in so I can get my email. Or, oh, look, I open up my Slack channel and I've got like 50 problems to deal with, or my work orders, or my agile ticketing system or whatever else. And this is what I'm dealing with. And oh, look, this is a little side project. This is the server that nobody had been touching for the past 5 years that was doing whatever it was doing, and I realized it existed. So I've been spending the last month figuring out what the fuck it actually does. I've been trying to maintain it and upgrade it. Right? What's interesting, like, you see some of these day in the life videos for people that work at tech companies, and it's not look at the server I built, or look at how nice my cabling is in the server room, or the MDFs or the IDFs or whatever else. Right? No, it's look at me eat a quinoa salad. Let me get a cappuccino. Like, that would suck. Like, I can't, like when I look at what Silicon Valley has been selling as a career for the past decade, it makes me miserable. Like, the thought of working that, okay, so you put in all this effort at your certifications or whatever, and now you're going to come in and you're going to drink a cappuccino, and then you're going to have all these meetings, and then you're going to have a quinoa salad, and then you're going to do some yoga. Like, that that sounds miserable. Like, it really does. That sounds soul sucking me. Like, the idea of having a slide in your corporate headquarters makes me want to cry. Again, real men cry. Like, I see a slide in a corporate headquarters, and like a tear comes out of my eye. Like, what's happened to our field? What's happened to our industry? Like, imagine going in and building things that actually matter. Imagine you have a level of stress on your shoulders because if your systems fail, thousands of people can't do their jobs. right? I thought that's what we were doing. But anyways, I'm just a not boomer. I'm just a not boomer screaming into a camera. So anyways, yeah, it seems like HP. So I think HPE. So there's Hewlett Packard Enterprise, which I do believe is a different company than HP at this point. So I think Hewlett Packard Enterprise just had some layoffs a little while ago. So now we have HP. They're doing their set of layoffs on top of everybody else. And this is just going to continue going into the future. So you gotta think. You gotta be thinking about, you know what you actually want to do. Do you actually want to be a technology professional? Again, that's a real question. Is this the field that you really want to be in? And if not, let me always tell you. I always tell you, there's the door. There is the door. If you don't want to be here, the door. Always know where the door is. I'm just saying. Anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about HP, Hewlett Packard, getting rid of 10% of their workforce, 4,000 to 6,000 people? What do you think about this with all of the other layoffs that are going on? Is this still the field that you want to be in? Like when you look at this, honestly, the more this happens, do you still see it as a bad thing? Or are you starting to be like me, that's starting to see this more as a cleansing action? That maybe our profession can get back to doing what the fuck we were doing not that long ago. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if every person on your team was more worried about your systems than they were about what the canteen was going to be serving for lunch today? Again, as I said, I don't understand this whole quinoa salad thing. Like when I worked in the corporate world and the rest of it, you know what the fuck I ate for lunch? I had a fucking Cliff Bar. When I had lunch, I would be sitting at somebody else's computer to fix it with a fucking Cliff Bar and a cup of coffee. I don't know about this whole quinoa salad shit. But anyways, maybe that's just me. Put your thoughts down below. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. If you hate these videos, give us a thumbs down. Call me amazing. Call me a dumbass. Just be a real Lutnick and put that strong American comment down below. I am on location here at American Underground in Durham, North Carolina, teaching a class on extending AI capabilities using REST APIs tonight. We're doing more and more classes coming down the pike. If you're interested, again, these are hands-on free to end user classes. Take a look at silicondojo.com to see what our current schedule is. Do you remember free to end user is not actually free? That's why I'm screaming every day so I can get some of that dirty YouTube money. If you'd like to support the project, there's a donor box link down below. And with that, see y'all later.